Good morning, friends. We're in the week after Father's Day, and I want to just explore a few more of these sort of father parenting sort of strategies that at least I have learned over the years with regard to being a good dad, or at least making an attempt at being a good dad. One of the things that happened when one of our daughters was going sideways and really didn't like me very much and really didn't like Jesus very much because she was just wanting to do whatever that she wanted to do. One of the things that ended up happening, it just seemed like we were just going at it over and over and over again. And those of you that have teenage kids, you know what it's like. You just feel like, am I ever going to stop visiting these issues again? And I was sitting on the couch in our living room, just right over there, and I was asking the Lord, I don't know what to do here. I've had no clue as to how to approach her in this whole thing. And I felt the Spirit of God say to me, and remember, we've been talking about that the Spirit will whisper to us all the time. The Spirit of God said to me, move in her direction. You've heard me say this before, move in her direction. And instantly I just had a whole chain reaction of things that happened in my mind as I thought about that. And then about 15 minutes later, she walks through the door and I just got up and I said, hey, I just got up and just moved 2 steps. I didn't go all the way to her. I didn't hug or anything. I just moved a little bit and said, hey, how you doing? How was your day? And throughout those weeks that came after that, I just continued to, whenever she'd walk into the kitchen and I was doing dishes or something, I would just turn around and say, hey, and I would just acknowledge her and look and just move a little bit toward her, move a little bit toward her, move a little bit more toward her. And I think that it was a little perturbing at the very beginning because she's like, what are you doing? I just wasn't going all lovey-dovey on her or anything. I was just moving toward her, positively moving towthey her. And if you think about it, human beings are designed that way, that when somebody moves toward us and it's a positive thing, we tend to soften up. If they move toward us and it's a negative thing, we tend to get defensive. And so I just played the long game, and it only took actually just a few months, 2 or 3 or 4 months, and things just began to change in our relationship as I moved toward her. And as parents, I think it's really important to know that we as we move toward our kids, and there's a kind of directionality about relationships that I think is important to say in this, is that as we move toward our kids, toward our spouses, things can begin to transpire that never would have happened before. Move in her direction, move in his direction, move in your kids' direction, and keep moving in your kids' direction. Very small steps, baby steps, but life-changing. That's our word for today. Thanks so much for joining me. God bless you.